So, Grant, this was 3-2 last time.
This
It definitely
was
could go either
very
way.
close last time. Could go either way. But remember, this is they played a peak. Stylo won that. So that's the last two sets they played that Stylo's won. So definitely going into this the favorite. But we could see a
Do you know what the
reset.
set count was? Was it also 3-2 there, or
I'm not
what kind of?
on numbers.
Come on, not a numbers person. You know the frame data of about half the moves in melee. What are you on about?
Like I said last time, match where you play around crouch a lot, Jigglypuff's going to get so much off of rest. On the other side, Sheep's getting nothing off of a missed rest. We're going to see that a lot, down throw and then RPC on the platform. I'd be taking an early lead here, it's not by much, but if she manages to secure a kill, then it could set the pace for the rest of the game. There's the forward air. Gets fully charged needles. If she hits these, then it's a big start.
Now it is just about trying to extend this lead that you got as far as possible.
Yep.
But it's so hard with plus suppressive factors.
Yeah, that's 10%.
Huge.
Not a
Massive
huge lead.
With a 7-minute timer, anything can happen.
With a 7, yep. I mean, I don't think this is the game that's going to time, but anything could happen. And if Stylo decides that they need to take it slow, they absolutely control the pace of the game, right? So we could totally see it go to time if they so wish.
The only major, and this is like such surface level analysis, but the thing that it seemed like in the last set,
and that will kill, extending Ivy's lead.
so it seemed like in the last set, like Stylo could actually get away with quite a few cheeky rests, to say the least.
Well, you can go for them.
You can go for them and not get punished as hard, but there was a lot of them that ended up killing. But I think if Ivy can play a bit more careful around those, this set could easily swing in her favor.
Yeah, I think that's what they need to look out for. Is that any of these like CC rests or trying to grab? That's not the kind of rest that you can really do anything with. You're just dead.
Mass recovering, but at least they were able to. They died quickly.
Still got 77% before they went down, which is huge.
A good advantage,
because you'll start killing soon, and unless Nico gets a rest here, this gives Ivy a great opportunity to extend their lead. Back here doesn't quite kill. One thing you'll find about the back air in this matchup is that it's a huge disjoint. It can actually beat out a lot of Puff's aerials, and the only reason you're not seeing it more is because Sheep's air drift isn't that good,
Yeah.
and Puff's is very much good.
By the time that you manage to put that back air out there, as much as it is good, Puff has already drifted into it.
Yeah, exactly. Here again, we're seeing Ivy extending the lead. Stylo struggling to find these kills.
But that's the case with Stylo and Puff in general. The game is not over till it's over, because all of this lead building does not matter if Stylo can find a rest, a
One
low
kill
percent on
and
the
then
next stop. Yeah.
It's going to be a back air. Complete the edge guard.
And this is where we enter the really high pressure situation, because it's on you now here not to get rested, and it does not look like Ivy's going to.
She's a closer.
She is a closer. But again,
We're
Ivy
probably
took
seeing
game one in the
FD,
last set.
I think.
Yeah. FD was the counter pick last game.
Yep. Stylo very comfy on FD.
It feels just like the best station in this matchup, because she can get, like, it's really hard to get a kill off a fair enough.
And then you get up tilt rested.
That's independent of stage, I feel.
And then you get up tilt rested. Recovering super high.
When they say that, sometimes stage counter picks can be hard, I don't think they meant 2 stocks in the first 30 seconds. Perhaps a Stylo quick stock squared. but are going to even it back up. And you know, Ivy's came back from these leads just as much as Stylo, having been at a deficit in previous games.
Has extended them.
This matchup hasn't been like played super slow from both players. They're both
No, they're both W.
they're both swinging.
holders.
They're swinging.
both W holders.
Yeah, and I respect that. As the TO who wants their tournament to finish on time, I'm a big fan.
Oh yeah, we're in the money now.
Yeah, and I mean, literally, as I say that, we go from a 2-stock lead to pretty much dead
To
even.
even.
We're completely back in again. But yeah, it just shows that we're not getting a bunch of slow games here. Stylo may just choose to turn that on at any point, and they might just take the set.
If they think that the timeout is the right option, nothing will
Yeah,
stop them
they've
from
shown that
making it go to them.
they're not afraid to lose it. They are timeout enjoyers.
But right now, we're not seeing any. Which, like, on it can be kind of hard to time out because you can't go to platform, you can't stay on the ledge because of the ledge grab limit.
Yeah.
It's Dreamland would be the place to see it, but this game not going to time all a lightning quick 2-minute game.
I think really just good recognition by Stylo to recognize that like a second that hand hits, they're straight in for the rest. Because when you've got a lead such as that, you might not want to be risking it, but knowing when you got
Can't
the
be
guaranteed
dropping
set,
that
can't
rest.
be dropping it.
I mean, you can actually. In this
Yeah.
matchup, probably one of the only matchups where you can afford to do that. And what do you lose for it? 25 or something?
One thing I've noticed here, which obviously isn't necessarily evident to anyone who's watching online, is Stylo pre-mashes the grab coming up with feet. And in the last set, I haven't noticed it yet, but in the last set, it wound up so because by pre-mashing, I mean they started mashing before getting grab, and it just means the momentum of you mashing has already started, and it led to a really fast grab escape earlier, which meant she couldn't actually end up getting guaranteed pump.
It's the thing to do. It might be the reason that 100 bucks mashes out the rest.
Maybe it is. I would argue.
I would argue it's just a bot.
He's been playing the same way for the last 10 years, so it is what it is.
I believe Ivy took it last time on this stage.
Yes, this her kind of pick. We had games traded back and forth
But
on
this is
their
basically
counters.
a repeat winners.
Yeah, and which is what you expect. And this is a matchup where, in some matchups, there's like a lot of leeway, especially the Dittos, obviously, but in other matchups as well, there's a lot of leeway with like
Stages.
It's a lot of personal preference. The key example in recent years, obviously, being AMSA with Final Destination somewhat being
Yeah.
like a kind of monster pick from him that people aren't
It's really
expecting.
not that bad depending on the player.
Yeah.
In this matchup,
In this matchup, it's very clear cut.
it seems
There is
very
good stages and
clear-cut
there is bad stages.
which stage do you want to go to? That being said, Top on hoodie, not bad.
Oh, yeah,
Not bad.
no, high top blast zone, dies late.
High top
Or-
blast zone, so you're not going to die off of like a pair. On the other hand, obviously you're dying to forward air extra early,
Yeah.
but
These drill up smash things have
Drill
been
up smash.
given Silas so much
classic
value.
style move. I saw earlier, Stylo did run off some to grab ledge.
Mhm.
That's hard.
That's hard.
That's tricky.
Tricky.
Because you can accidentally tap jump, so
Not true. Stylo just got that dog in him.
oh.
Expecting the grab there?
Dodge.
I mean, it's sort of low risk, high reward. Manages to match out the grab. It only takes about what,
It's like-
6% for it.
Yeah, it's take like 9% or something. I mean, at this point, you just gotta be buffering those through. Like, if Stylo's escaping the grabs, you can't afford to be playing around with pummels because you're getting what 3% off a pummel and like 15 off of a down throw fair or whatever. So
Very tight between these two players at the minute, but with the 72% lead, the onus is on Stylo to be approaching here. It's not exactly what Pop wants to do.
yeah,
find-
there's no CC rest
There we go.
as we see there. Dash stack break CC. So now we're gonna see Dreamland And if it's the same as winners final, then Tyler wins that.
I feel taking it on this stage versus Puff in the matchup is really hard.
It's hard to win on this stage against Puff. It's huge if you do.
I mean, very huge for Ivy. I mean, she gets a reset.
You get the reset, yeah.
I think the one sort of saving grace of this stage, because obviously the massive blast zones are horrible, but the one saving grace of this stage is if you are wanting to play the slow kneel game, you have a lot more room to sort of run about Puff to try and get those charges in. As we see another good old rest charges up there.
Rest.
I don't think that's like the
That
kill, yeah.
she's not going to kill, but Stylo's not in the clear yet at prime kill percent and only getting an 11% lead. Obviously the needles are gone, so that's about it, but
I'm just glad that we got to see this matchup a bit more because obviously it's very unfortunate to have so many DQs today. But
Yeah.
fundamentally, the tournament would not have been the same had all those people been here. So it means we get to see more top talent from our region getting to put face up against our Scottish folks.
here we see Stylo running away with this lead.
It's a counter pick for a reason. This is the rest though. The punish is not going to be
Wispy
that
kind of
dire.
made it harder.
Yeah, Wispy always beat messing stuff like that.
But really, Ivy's got a mountain to climb, I think, for seeing the game.
Yeah.
And in that case, what was it last time?
It was Pokemon Stadium. Ivy's counter pick. So maybe because she did take some time to think about it.
Game 5.
She did take some time to think about that last set, so maybe she decides differently, or maybe she decides the same. Both eagerly look over down the cans trying to find out. But
Definitely sitting on that stage select screen. Take
and
all
it is
of
going to
them.
be Pokemon Stadium.
And of course, Pokemon Stadium, just like last time, actual mirror match. And I believe last time it was close. So
Yeah, it was
no one
pretty down to the wire.
Wow. That looked like almost Stylo went for a lead. Because. Slightly misses the stage positioning to get the ledge. But there's the stop. 88%. Not quite gonna kill, but doesn't get the platform, no rest. And so it's big in this matchup because of the platform rest, and that is a massive bracket. Wow. Like perfectly spaced on the edge of the.
And on the long list of things that Stylo is really good at is spacing those backers just perfectly.
It's the only thing you need to do as a puck player to win. You have perfect spacing, you'll never lose.
I just get the kill sitting at 76%, getting hit, and sitting off stage, that's gonna be rough.
Stage.
As you manage to make it back, but the back air is gonna take it.
Yep, that's a stop. Now up a clean stop here. I mean, she's got to play this really carefully. If Stylo gets a rest, it's going to be a lot harder. So probably not looking to grab to sort of avoid the crouch.
Yeah, it makes it so risky. I mean, fundamentally, that's what all of Sheik's worst matchups. That's what they do. They make her grab super risky to go.
Yeah.
You look at Icy's, you look at Puff. Ivy looking up to skies for inspiration, but very tough in this matchup. But like I said, we saw a 2-stock swing in the previous game, and that's all that would take to even this game up.
That was so scary there. Stylo crouch handling up till point blank range easily could have been a rest if they felt like it, but maybe trying to take it slow.
A bit desperate there, but you got the stop to play with.
I mean,
It's not the end of the world.
Up 2 stops to 1, why not throw it?
Stop, you know the vibe.
Not the cleanest melee ever right there, but scrappy bit with puck.
with the percent that's on
Goes for
deck
a
now.
back air, not
Yeah.
confident in
I was
the,
expecting rest to come through.
not confident in the rest, probably because I've missed it a couple times already. And you know, like, the last thing you want to do is go to a reset here. So if you have to take less risks, especially when now, 1-1,
His thoughts on the board.
Ivy has
probably
done
not
this before.
wanting to throw it next. Yeah, I mean, Ivy's made this comeback before, but it is...
It's tough.
It's a mountain to climb against Puck, who can just, at this point, back air, no risk.
Unfortunately goes to the ledge.
That's the
And
tournament.
that's going to close out the tournament.
Congratulations to Stylo, winner of Run It Back.